Hey, Timberline family. I'm sitting outside. It may be too windy. I don't even know if this will work here, but just thought I would share a few thoughts on something I've been thinking about, especially being more isolated, the whole social distancing thing. Um, that there's, it's caused me to reflect a lot on friendship and the relationships that I have in my life. And there's a book that I read a number of years ago by Gordon MacDonald, and it was all about resilience. He essentially said in the book that resilience is the most significant quality that a person can have to allow them to really succeed in life, which I thought was really interesting. And toward the end of his book, he talked about friendships, and he said that he has actually formed a framework by which he searches for key friendships in his life. And he said he has 8 questions. So I thought I would kind of throw these out to you. 8 questions that he asks of himself to know, do I have the right people in my life? So let me read those 8 questions for you, and hopefully might be something that's helpful as you emerge from social isolation. Um, the first one is who coaches you? Who coaches you? So this is thinking about who is an older, wiser, more experienced person to kind of stand on the sidelines of your life and just watch from a bigger picture in mind, that they have more, that they have wider swaths of experience. And so when you come to them as a sounding board, they're just coming with so much more experience in their life. The second question that he asked was, who stretches your mind? Who stretches your mind? So these would be someone who isn't afraid to poke or to prod or to challenge your thoughts. Maybe my thoughts on politics, my thoughts on theology, maybe even pushing back or questioning my sense of assurance or self confidence in my life direction. Could be someone who is challenging my way of leading, like how I'm doing leading right now. But I think of people who have been those who've stretched my mind. They tend to like hand me books on topics that are outside of my discipline, and so they're stretching my ideas. The third question he asks is who who listens to and encourages your dreams, which is an interesting one. Who listens to and encourages your dreams. Um, my need to imagine and to dream, I think, is done best. I found in the past when I have friends who are just really good at listening. Like there's an art to listening, um, and they're not immediately critical of what I'm dreaming about or thinking about, but they're really good at helping me see the possibilities of my future. Number four is who will protect you. So these are friends who won't let others slander you, misrepresent you. Um, they're an advocate for you. I have several key people in my life who I've used that very term, and I've said, "Thank you for being an advocate for me." Like they care that the truth about me is what is known. Number five. Number five is who are those who share your tears. So obviously, while we as followers of Jesus, we're not supposed to be whiners. We're not supposed to be complainers. But there are still tears that need to be shed, right, over tough issues. So this is someone who's close enough to me to pick up on or even sense moments when tears must be shed. So again, this person is someone who um, is a good listener because they're very sensitive to how am I doing right now. Um, Number six is who rebukes you, which is an interesting one. I don't like those people in my life. I intentionally keep those people out. Um, and again, this is not someone who just loves to tell you you're wrong or you're not good enough. But this is someone who loves you enough to speak correctively. Maybe that's a good way to put it. I think of that passage. I think it's in the wisdom literature of the Hebrew Scriptures, and it says, "Faithful are the wounds of a friend." So that's number 6. Number 7. Number 7 is who plays with you. This is someone who is comfortable with extended moments in your day or in your time when all work comes to an end. All work conversation comes to an end. There's not conversation about work issues where really the desire to just be refreshed, like in your body and your mind, that is the chief priority. This is someone that you can laugh with, enjoy a certain TV series, or going to a movie, or going outside, taking walks. But those sort of play moments. It's interesting. The root word for play, it's actually linked to the word for learn. So there's an element of learning when we play. And then the very last one, last question here, is who is it that seeks after God with you? Important one there. This is someone who pursues the spiritual life, pursues spiritual practices of praying, of growing, of serving together with them. So this could be what some people refer to. Pastor Bob often talks about who's your missional community. So this is the community that you're serving alongside. Can you talk about your faith with this person in a very personal way? So I thought those 8 questions were really good. Again, especially thinking about friendships in my life, long-term relationships, after kind of we reemerge, from this and get back into our normal community. Do I have this? So this time has kind of caused me to pause and reflect on, do I have these relationships in my life? So hopefully it's challenging to you guys, and you're all doing well. Thanks.